Hey guys, Paul here, the Impulsive Culinarian, and in this video I want to talk to you about my Thai fried rice recipe with prawns, otherwise known as khao pad gong. Oh! So guys, welcome to part 3 of my Southeast Asian recipe series. I'm having such a blast bringing all of these incredible ingredients, different ingredients, into the Impulsive Culinarian kitchen to share with you guys. I hope you've been checking the series out. I want to tell you about a couple of the slightly different things that you may or may not want to use in this Thai fried rice recipe. So in my research, I found that Asian broccoli or Chinese broccoli is typically what's used in this recipe. Now, it's not always available. I found some at the grocery store just the other day. It looked a little wilted. It didn't seem very fresh, so I decided not to get it. And I've chosen for this recipe video, I'm going to be using baby bok choy. Now, all of these sort of green stemmed leafy vegetables, they don't have a lot of flavor. Let's just be honest. They basically add texture. When you chop them up, it's that slight crunch, a little bit of the wilted leaf, and they take on the flavor of whatever you're cooking. So if you can find, the Asian broccoli, if you want to use bok choy or any other, green leafy vegetable that you want, by all means, make it your own. As far as the chilies are concerned, there's this really very important sort of sidebar to the recipe. It's the sauce. And it's served in a separate dish, and any good Thai home will have this as a condiment on their dinner table. It's called prik nam pla. And it's basically fish sauce with chili peppers, with Thai peppers, not chili peppers, but these hot Thai peppers chopped up with a little bit of this fish sauce, some lime juice, and I'll show you how to make that. But if you can't find these, or if you find them too spicy, all right, you can always get one of these standard American chili peppers. They're a little bit milder. Take out the seeds. It'll be even milder yet. Or a jalapeno pepper if you really want to go super mild, because those are not spicy at all. However, if you're that adverse to spice, you may just want to leave it out. But if you want to have a true authentic experience for this Thai fried rice recipe, guys, I'm going to show you how to make some prik nam pla to have on the side. All right, and last but not least, the fish sauce. This is basically reconstituted anchovies with water, sugar, and that's basically it. It's not very complex, but it is an essential ingredient, especially for the sauce and to add into the Thai fried rice. So let me tell you about the rest of the ingredients that you're going to need. All right, so for your authentic Thai khao pad gong recipe, here's what you're going to need. Get yourself 1 pound of raw shrimp. Around the 26 to 30 size should do the trick. Peeled and thoroughly cleaned. Then you're going to want to get 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, 4 shallots, which you're going to thinly slice, 4 garlic cloves, big garlic cloves, peeled and thinly sliced, 2 organic eggs, 4 medium-sized baby bok choy, which you're going to quarter and thinly slice, a 1/4 cup of white wine, 4 cups of day-old cooked jasmine or basmati rice. I'll explain more about that later, but 4 cups of cooked rice, 1/4 cup of fish sauce, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of sriracha sauce, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, and around 5 or 6 green onions thinly sliced. Now let's talk about the prik nam pla ingredients. This is the nice condiment sauce that goes on the side. 1/4 cup of fish sauce, 6 Thai chilies, nicely chopped, the juice of 1 lime, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 1 garlic clove, finely minced. I'm salivating thinking about it. Let's go make some of this Thai fried rice. All right, it's time to make some Thai fried rice with prawns. So these are raw frozen shrimp. I know these ones look a little bit orange. Believe it or not, they are raw. These are delicious, sweet, wild-caught Argentinian shrimp. Anyhow, so the size, 26 to 30. And if they're frozen, you want to thaw them out. The best way to do that is to get an ample-sized container that is going to hold your pound or so of shrimp. I'm using a bit more than a pound because I like to have more shrimp in there, but at least a pound will do the trick. Transfer them into something that will hold them and cover them completely with hot water. So there I've got my pound and a bit of frozen prawns in some hot water. I'm going to let those thaw out for around 5 minutes until they're nice and pliable. And then get ready to clean them up and peel them out. So before we go any further, guys, I want to talk to you about the rice. This morning, first thing when I got up, I took 2 cups of dry basmati rice and cooked them in 3 cups of water. And so this is the yield, a little bit more than what I need. But I've taken my rice and I've transferred into this shallow container. and just covered it with a splash guard so that it can evaporate. And I'm letting the rice dry out to simulate leftover rice. If you've got 4 cups of leftover jasmine or basmati, that's the best. If you cook it fresh, it's still moist and sticky. It won't have the same result. It'll still taste great, but for the best possible Thai fried rice, let it dry out, or even better, make an extra batch the night before and use the leftovers in your recipe. All right, so now that I've thawed out my frozen shrimp, I'm gonna get into the business of cleaning them and deveining them. I'm not gonna do a close-up video of that because it's kind of messy business, but I really highly encourage you guys to Google how to properly clean a shrimp. It may change the way you think about eating these beautiful delicacies in the future. All right, so cleaning shrimp can take a while if you're doing it right. So once you've done that de-shelling and deveining and all of that yucky stuff, rinse them thoroughly in some cold water. All right, go the extra mile, guys. Get some paper towel and pat out those shrimp so that they're nice and dry. Make sure to get rid of all of the moisture. And then transfer them into a dry, clean bowl so you can season them with a generous amount of salt and pepper. What a beautiful sight. A nice little batch of perfectly cleaned shrimp and very well seasoned with kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper. Cover those, put them in the fridge until you need them. All right, so before we turn on the heat, guys, let's continue with this prep stuff. Let's chop up the onions, the garlic, and all that good stuff. All right, so all of the tedious chopping and slicing is done. The 4 shallots thinly sliced, 4 or so cloves of garlic thinly sliced, and for my spicy sauce, the Prik Nam Pla, I've got my 1 clove of finely chopped garlic for that as well. All right, so the last thing before we turn on the heat, guys, you might as well chop up your 4 bok choys because once the heat is on the pan, things are going to go kind of fast. So let's slice up the bok choy. Of course, you always want to check, no matter if it's already in these convenient baggies and such, you want to make sure that there's no dirt or anything in between those individual leaves. That can get you. You don't want to have this gritty flavor inside your dish. So make sure to rinse them clean just to be sure. We can finally start cooking. Get the coconut oil. Now, as far as the pan is concerned, if you've got a real genuine wok and you got a gas stove, and fantastic, good for you. I'm a little jealous, I will admit. Otherwise, you want to get a wok-style pan, something with these big round edges that you can sort of saute and spin that food around without having it, go over the edges of the pan. So this is the one that I've got. It happens to be a non-stick, but if you're using really high heat and a real wok, it doesn't have to be non-stick. So you be the judge, use something big enough to hold this, and put it over medium-high heat. Next, you want to get 3 generous tablespoons of coconut oil into that hot pan. All right, get a good spoon, guys, and wait until that pan is really, really hot. The oil should be just smoking a little tiny bit. Don't let it go too long, but it should be really hot. Then add in the onions and start stirring. So you want to give those shallots, guys, maybe a minute or so, not much longer than that. Stir them occasionally just to make sure that they don't start to burn. Once you've given the onions a minute, add your sliced garlic. All right, no more than a minute or 2 for these onions and garlic. Just keep an eye on them, stir them frequently so that they don't start to burn. Once that garlic is just starting to get tender, you want to add in the shrimps and cook them for around a minute and a half. All right, so once those shrimps are cooked, it doesn't take long, just a minute and a half max. You want to take the pan off the heat and set it aside and take the time to carefully transfer the shrimps into a clean bowl. And you want to leave as much of that garlic and onion mixture in oil and all of that in the bottom of the pan. You just want to take out the shrimps because you've still got some cooking to do and you don't want them to get firm and tough. So let's take those tender cooked shrimp out, put them in a clean bowl. So there we've got some perfectly cooked shrimps, guys, and we've left the bulk of the onions and the garlic in the pan. I want to show you the color of that beautiful oil. It's been infused, just sort of like an orange color. Excellent flavor on there. So before we put this back on the heat, let's scramble some eggs. All right, so let's get 2 organic eggs, guys. Crack them into a small, clean bowl. All right, before you give them a whisk, get this pan back over the medium-high heat. and let it warm up. Give those eggs a quick whisk with a fork just so that they're almost combined. Push aside the onions and the garlic and fry up some eggs while stirring constantly. So those eggs are going to cook really fast, so just make sure to keep on stirring, mix them up with the garlic and the onions until they're just cooked through. Alright, once those eggs are cooked, guys, quickly add your sliced up bok choy. So as you're stirring that bok choy, guys, it's going to wilt and it's going to come down in size. You want to give it around 2-3 minutes over that high heat, stirring constantly just before you add your white wine. Oh. Steamy business. So once the bok choy has had 2 or 3 minutes in the pan, guys, go ahead and add your 1/4 cup of white wine. And let it reduce. So while your wine is reducing, go ahead and mix up the fish sauce, the sriracha, the brown sugar, and your kosher salt, and give that a little stir so it's nice and thoroughly combined. All right, you'll know when the wine is almost completely reduced because that telltale sizzle is going to start up again, telling you there's no more liquid in here. So you want to add half of the rice along with your fish sauce, sriracha sauce mixture. Oh, it's starting to smell like a delicious Thai dish, that's for sure. So once you've got all of that half batch of rice and the sauce mixture combined and everything is pretty much where it's supposed to be, you want to add the rest of the rice into the pan and combine that together well. All right, so once you've got the second half of the rice into the pan, guys, panic mode has subsided, at least a little bit, and now you can just calmly mix everything together, sort of fold it all together, and let that rice warm up and start to take on a sort of a nutty brown color, just a little bit, and that's where the fried rice element comes in. So once you're confident that the mixture is thoroughly combined and it's really warmed all the way through and just starting to brown, that's when you're going to add your shrimp and any drippings that are in the bottom of that bowl. So I've been letting the bottom of the rice sort of brown a little bit by not stirring it for around 10 or 15 seconds at a shot. And if I can get this right, you can just see there's this beautiful browning that happens in the bottom. Whoa, steam. But you don't want that all the way through the entire rice dish. You just want it to be in certain places to give that excellent flavor crunch, bonus hit every time you take a bite. So I'd say around 5 to 6 minutes of just gentle stirring while that rice really cooks and fries properly in the skillet, in the wok rather, whatever you're using. That's going to make it into this absolutely delicious, authentic Thai fried rice dish. Okay, so now almost at every single turn, when I flip it just a little bit, I'm starting to get some real significant browning in the bottom of the rice. So now I know it's time to remove it from the heat and add my shrimp and all the drippings back into the dish. So go ahead and fold it together so that everything is nicely combined. I dare you to try to tell me that this does not look frickin' spectacular. Just get a spoon and dig in. Yes! Oh my goodness. Thai fried rice with prawns. So guys, the last touch of class in order to make this a truly authentic Thai fried rice dish is we're going to make some prik nam pla. Yeah, here we go. Get a 1/4 cup of fish sauce. All right, now get yourself 6 Thai chilies. I've got a little mix of red and green there. I'm going to pop off the tops and cut them up into little chunks. Now, if you've been chopping peppers, you wash your hands as really thoroughly as you can. You do not want to touch eyes or anything like that. That would be a mistake. Next, get the juice of 1 real lime. None of that fake stuff, guys. Real lime juice. I kind of like the idea of adding a little bit of that lime pulp in there too. Why not? Come on. Makes it more rustic. Next, you want to add 2 teaspoons of sugar and 1 garlic clove finely chopped. All right, so there you have a very authentic Thai condiment, guys. Make sure to transfer that into a small, clean bowl with a tiny serving spoon. I don't think there's going to be people going for 2 tablespoons at a time. So there you have it, guys. Some authentic khao pad gong Thai fried rice with prawns. Now, the garnish of choice on this is definitely some chopped up green onions. And it's taken me everything not to eat this entire bowl right now. Wait 5 minutes. Wait 5 minutes. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I had fun making it. And if you did, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and don't miss any of the good stuff that's coming in the weeks to follow. So guys, be sure to check out every Thursday my quick and easy healthy recipe videos, short 2-minute videos that I hope you'll enjoy. Few ingredients, very simple to put together. And of course, every Saturday, my featured gluten-free, dairy-free videos. There's one more left in the Southeast Asian recipe series that I hope you'll check out next week. And of course, join me right here live for a drink in the Impulsive Culinarian kitchen, where I open up a brand new vintage of something delicious on Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you'll join me here live on Facebook and on YouTube. And I look forward to catching you guys in the next video.